Since this is the second death threat I've received from an Obama supporter, I think it's time for me to address this subject. And I'll put the email I got from aksstar on the screen. Democrat supporters of Barack Obama are quick to use the term fascist at describing George W. Bush, John McCain, or anyone else who they don't agree with. But they are the ones calling for the death of their political opponents. For those of you who may not know, a common political tactic is to project your faults onto your opponent. By continually and simultaneously calling their opponents fascist while calling for their execution, one can only conclude that members of the Democrat Party are the fascists. Though you may be saying, that's just a few extremists. Well, okay, let's look at the Democrat Party platform and review the evidence. By instituting a national health care system, the government will decide what medications you get and what medications you don't get, what surgeries you'll get and what surgeries you won't get. In essence, the government will have life and death power over the American people. By instituting the fairness doctrine, radio stations will be forced to always find someone with the opposing viewpoint to put them on the air. Because this is impractical, radio stations will have to limit subjects discussed on their radio stations, thus killing freedom of speech. By refusing to allow any additional oil drilling, gas is becoming so expensive, we Americans no longer have the freedom to drive as we please, making it easier for us to be controlled. By raising taxes, businesses to compete internationally are forced to move offshore, taking those jobs with them. This, coupled with the tax increases on income, will make it harder for small businesses to start up and harder for the ones that are already in business. The result? Fewer jobs here in America, and us being more dependent on the government for our survival. By advocating strict gun control laws, law-abiding citizens cannot defend themselves, making them more dependent on the government. And if the Democrat Party gets all the gun control they want, we the people will not have the arms necessary to be able to rise up against a tyrannical government. By arguing to take God out of every aspect of government and public discourse, the Democrats will be able to establish that our rights come from the government. When our rights come from the government, then government can take them away. But if our rights come from God, then no one can take them away. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles, and organizes its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to effect their safety and happiness. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.